Iron Man. Hey guys, just checking in. It's Thursday the 11th of July and I'm on my own in the office again. Looks like this is going to happen every week, which is cool. I'll be able to get on and say hello every week. At least once like this. Once at the weekend too. I'll hopefully get out and do something cool and take you along with me for the ride. So today I'm going to actually take you up to the roof and show you around. I think I've done that before, give you a little view. But yeah, let's go up there now. Oh my goodness. Wow, it's bright up here. That is I was telling my colleague Greta earlier, that sneeze I just did, that is an heritable genetic condition that I got off my mum. Isn't that nuts? Sneezing because of the brightness. Anyway, that's not very exciting. So this is the roof. I think I've shown you guys this before. That way is towards Kamala and that way is south. So south and north. So pretty cool. And one thing I want to show you is over that way. Let me go around this way. And I went to a really cool market last night for the first time here in Patong. It's called Banzan Market, I think. Banzan Market, which is over this big building here is the Royal Paradise Hotel Spa thing. The Banzan Market is just at the other side of that. Now, I've been promising to go to markets in Kamala for ages now. I will do. One of them is a bit of a walk. I need the bike back really to get over to that. And my foot's doing really well, by the way. I've just come up the steps, no problem. So healing very well, given that it's only been 3 months. But yeah, back to the markets. I think I'm going to start with my market vlogging with this one over here, the Banzan Market, because it's a permanent market. It's on every night, and it's really cool. Really cool. Really nice vibe. And there's also a few over in Phuket. Phuket's just lovely. Phuket Old Town, really nice. So I'm going to get about and do them all. There's loads of them around the island. So I do want to try and show you all that stuff. Because there's a lot to see. They're really beautiful. All the food, all the colours, all the music, you know. Really nice. So yes, this is Patong. It's a really cool place to find myself living these days. Or working this area, you know. I live in Kamala, which is quiet. But I'm actually thinking about moving to Patong at some point. Mainly because of the atmosphere here. The market's really cool. There's loads of nice little places to check out. There's just a bit more to it than Kamala, you know. So, I'm given that I work here, it'll just be a bit easier. I'll be able to just walk to work at best. So, over the next couple of months, there's a chance I might move here and be able to get out and about and explore a bit more. Kamala is quiet, you know, and it is nice to be living there where it is quiet and get away from all the craziness that is Patong. But that's avoidable to a certain degree, living here, I'd imagine, you know. There's enough cool stuff to see. Because, you know, Patong is known for what it is, and there's no hiding that. And if you're used to Thailand at all, you know that. I mean, it's part of the industry here, part of the way of life. But beyond that, there's the really nice side of the culture and nice side of the town to see, you know. So I might immerse myself a bit more in that for a little while and get on the whole documentation of it. A little update on the idea I had to try and raise some money, raise some funds to buy books and things for the kids here. That basically went down like a ton of bricks. Anybody who is familiar with either living here or having visited and who's familiar with how things go here, the response I got was basically, no, cannot. You know, no, cannot. Which to anybody who's familiar again will be both simultaneously hilarious and no surprise at all. It's just the way things work here. As best as I tried to describe it and explain the benefits of it and how easy it would be, actually, it's just a no-go. So, no fundraising, no books from that fundraising, which is a crying shame, actually, just for being what it is. But it also makes the teaching that much more difficult, which is unfortunate, but that's just the way it is. So, that might not happen at all. But outside of school, the whole Wolverine thing is going to be going on ahead. I'm going to try and get a mannequin type bus thing to start building stuff on over the next. Again, like I say, I'm a bit broke because of my foot still for the next month or so, but beyond that, I'm going to get this mannequin thing and start trying to get cloth. There's a whole bunch of places here in Old Town that sell fabric and all sorts of stuff that I can start making things, making costumes and making outfits and props from. There's the craft store I showed you last week in Patong, in Phuket as well. And I'm bound to be able to get my hands on some warbler and other thermoplastics and stuff like that. So one of the days coming up, I'm gonna sit down and talk about the list of cosplays I have, and maybe you guys can contribute your ideas as to which one I should go with. To begin with anyway. I've got a few ideas myself, but I think I'll share it with you and see what you think. Give you an idea of what I'm thinking about as well, because there's some cracking ones on there. For example, if anybody out there is a fan of Heroes, love that show. That's basically X-Men in a different universe, and Claire Bear is basically Wolverine. So I want to do a full cheerleader Wolverine cross-dressing cosplay with the claws coming out of the pom-poms, just for the sheer fun of it. So that's on the list, and there's a couple of other cool ones, like a Terminator crossover with the metal showing through a tear in the skin. I think that'll work really well. Get the black leathers on. Samurai Logan, although I've done a similar sort of ninja Wolverine before. Definitely Starfleet, in celebration perhaps coming up of Star Trek Picard coming out, which I just cannot wait for. That's going to be so cool. I read last night that there's a slight possibility of Data showing up as a captain in it, which is canon, I think, because in the comic book prequel to Nemesis, I think, he's a captain in that. So who knows, that'd be cool. And so I might do a Starfleet Logan, and maybe a crossover Starfleet Borg Logan, or just a Borg Logan. I think Starfleet Borg Logan might be quite cool. Although the healing factor thing might be a problem with that, but I'm sure there's some cool way of doing it. So yeah, anyway, watch this space. This is all going to hopefully be coming at you from this place over the next 6 months anyway, and who knows, I might be able to make it to a convention. That'd be lovely. I'm planning on going to Guangzhou in Shenzhen, near Shenzhen in October. I want to get back to China to try and get one going there, to get my business idea going over there. So yeah, that's the plan. So we'll see if that works out. Okay guys, I will check in again soon. Bye!